After reviewing thousands of business buying deals and buying more than 75 businesses myself over the past 25 years, I can tell you the best businesses to buy aren't the flashy ones. They're boring, they're not sexy, but they're the ones that give you cash flow, control, and the freedom from the 9 to 5, and you can scale. In this video, I'm going to show you the 7 best types of businesses to buy backed by real-world case studies, what to look for in a business model, and the one signal that a business is the safest, smartest match for you. Before we dive into the 7 best types of businesses to buy, let's first avoid the biggest trap that stops new buyers in their tracks. It's indecision. They can't decide what to buy, so they end up buying nothing at all. To help you break through the indecision, I've created a simple framework. There are 2 clear paths. You choose the one that describes you best. Path 1, you already own a business. Now, if you already own a business, the decision is a lot easier because you look at your existing business and you say, well, maybe I could buy a business doing the same thing in a different part of town or a different part of the country. Or you could look at complementary services. So someone who buys this from me, what else would they buy? And then I can get those customers to buy that product and these customers to buy this product. Now, path number 2, if you're new to business ownership. But if you're buying a business for the first time and you don't yet have a business, then you've got more options. And more options can create more confusion. So let me cut through all that confusion and give you some clarity. What do you know? If you want to buy a business but aren't sure what type, start by asking yourself one simple question. What do I already know? Think about industries you've worked in, jobs you've held, or even businesses your friends or family run. At first, you might think, I don't know about anything useful. But once you start listing things out, you'll quickly realize you know more than you thought. For example, you realize you're pretty good at understanding digital marketing, or years ago you worked in a bakery, so you kind of know how a bakery works. You list it down, and that is your starting point. Experience matters. Experience matters because otherwise you've got 2 learning curves. You've got the how to buy a business learning curve, and you've got the how to run this business learning curve. So if we can cut out one of those, that's going to make your life a lot easier for you. We help you work all of this out in the business buying toolkit. What you know, who to partner with, how to think bigger, and how to do it safely. It's free. Just download it using the link below. Now we've adjusted the mindset, let's get into the good stuff. Here are 7 of the best business types you can buy, starting with one that gives you monthly cash flow from day 1. It's commercial cleaning companies. A cleaning business might not sound exciting, but that's exactly why we like it. These businesses are often undermanaged, cash generative, and full of untapped opportunity. One of our Dealmaker members, Akram, acquired a commercial cleaning business with monthly recurring revenue already built in. On day 1, £9,000 in client payments dropped into his account without him having to chase a single invoice. But here's the best part, he improved the business by tightening up contracts, increasing prices, and following up on leads the previous owner had ignored. Within months, profit grew and he exited the business for 6 figures. Akram avoided 3 potential deal breakers. Number 1, he bought a business with recurring commercial contracts, not one-off jobs. 2, he kept the existing operations manager in place, meaning the business ran without him. And 3, he focused on cash flow over projections. The business was already profitable with room to optimize. This is a perfect example of what we call a deal maker's dream. Recurring revenue, low customer churn, minimal capital risk, and operational leverage. The previous owner had left money on the table. Akram just had to clean it up. We love businesses where compliance creates cash flow. If the government says it's mandatory, you've got built-in demand. Now, we love businesses with repeatable income and operational independence. If the money comes in while you sleep and the team runs the day-to-day, that is a business worth owning. Now, if you liked that, wait until you see what happens when the law requires your clients to keep paying you. Fire and security services. Now, this is a business type that's not just steady, it's legally essential. Fire and security companies don't just install alarms or CCTV, they sell peace of mind. And better yet, that peace of mind is something the law requires. Almost every commercial building needs fire detection, suppression, and regular safety checks, not once, but year after year. That's why these businesses often come with recurring revenue, multi-year maintenance contracts, and high renewal rates. So let me give you an example. One of our mastermind members recently acquired a fire safety business in the Midlands. It had 6 engineers, but a client base of over 200 businesses, mostly locked into 3-year servicing contracts. He paid a modest multiple, structured 80% of the debt as deferred, and then from day one had predictable monthly income and zero need to chase new sales. Even better, because the contracts renew automatically, the business runs on retention, not marketing. Fire and security services aren't optional. They are mandatory, and that makes them incredibly resilient. So if you're looking for a low-risk, high-stability acquisition, this could be your sector. And when you sell something that's mandatory and comes with long-term contracts, you're not just building revenue, you are building asset value. We like businesses where the sale isn't emotional, it's a compliance need. Fire and security fits perfectly, essential, contract-driven, and recurring. If you want to know what to look for in a contract-heavy business like this, it's all in the Business Buying Toolkit. You'll find a link in the description below. Next up, a business type that's often overlooked because it's boring, but boring is brilliant when it prints cash consistently. Here's a business model that doesn't get much attention, but it should. Managed print services. It's not about selling printers, it's about managing them. Think toner levels, maintenance, paper supply, remote monitoring, all rolled into a simple monthly contract. It's boring, and that's exactly why it works. These businesses typically come with long-standing B2B clients, monthly recurring revenue, low churn and high margins. So let me give you an example. One of our Dealmakers recently acquired a small print services company serving 150 SMEs across the Northwest. Every client was on a 36-month contract, and monthly billing brought in just over £40,000 a month in recurring revenue. He paid just 3 times EBITDA, with 70% of the deal deferred over 3 years, and didn't need to touch the day-to-day. The existing team stayed in place. Now, this is a business model where cash flow is predictable, systems are tight, and growth is slow but solid. Perfect for bolt-ons or first-time buyers who want dependable monthly income. So if you're looking for stability and simplicity, don't overlook print. You're not chasing one-off sales, you're billing monthly, solving a recurring need and building value over time. The client keeps paying because the printer keeps printing. We look for businesses that solve ongoing problems, not one-time purchases. Print services are a classic example. Recurring need, recurring revenue. Next, let's look at a business that benefits from something stronger than contracts: legal obligation. Health and safety compliance firms. Most people overlook this sector because, let's face it, it sounds boring. But boring is often where the best deals are hiding. Health and safety compliance isn't optional, it's a legal requirement. Every business, every site, every school, warehouse or office needs to stay compliant. That means stable demand, long-term clients, recurring revenue. So let me give you an example. One of our mastermind clients acquired a small health and safety consultancy that specialized in construction site inspectors and risk assessments. The business had 60 active clients, most of them on annual retainer contracts, paying monthly for scheduled site visits and documentation updates. He acquired it on a 60-40 structure, 40% paid on completion, the rest deferred over 2 years. And because the founder wanted to retire, he transitioned out in 3 months, leaving the team and contracts in place. It's not glamorous, but it was generating £25,000 a month in recurring revenue with minimal churn and virtually no marketing spend. In short, regulatory-driven demand equals reliable revenue. If you want a cash flow positive business from day one, this is a sector worth investigating. You're not convincing someone to buy, you're helping them avoid a fine. And that's a much easier sell, and it means steady income month after month. We love businesses where compliance creates cash flow. If the government says it's mandatory, you've got built-in demand. Well, it's certainly not glamorous. It doesn't trend on social media, but it delivers something most businesses dream of: predictable, recurring income. I'm talking commercial waste management and bin collection. Now, these companies run like clockwork with route-based logistics, service contracts, and monthly billing, and they rarely lose customers because no business wants to be left without a bin. So let me give you an example. One of our deal-making clients acquired a small commercial bin collection firm operating across the Midlands. The business had 300 local clients, all on a rolling service contract. Now, routes were tightly scheduled, billing was automated, and the business produced £50,000 a month in recurring revenue with minimal overhead. He had no marketing team, no flashy brand, just reliable cash flow and a business model built around essential repeat services. If you're looking for a buy it and hold it business with low risk and steady returns, commercial waste services are worth a closer look. You're getting paid to pick up the same bins at the same time every week, and you invoice like clockwork. That's the kind of consistency we love. If the business runs like a Japanese train timetable and clients need the service to keep their own business open, that is a winning model. Next, let's look at a business where clients don't just stay, they grow with you, which means more recurring revenue and upsell opportunities. It's IT support companies, also known as managed service providers. This is a business model many people overlook, but it's a gold mine if you get it right. Managed IT service providers don't chase one-off projects. They build steady recurring income through monthly support contracts. That means predictable revenue, long-term client relationships, easier to plan, easier to scale. So here's a real Dealmakers example. One of our clients acquired a small IT support firm, and one of its key clients was Virgin Media, with a monthly service agreement in place. He didn't focus on growing revenue. He cut unnecessary admin roles, renegotiated expensive third-party IT contracts, and tightened up internal processes. The result? Higher net margins without touching top-line revenue. And if you want a tech business that doesn't depend on chasing new projects every month, managed IT services might be your perfect entry point. You are getting paid to be essential. When an IT system goes down, the client isn't just annoyed, they are paralyzed. That is what keeps these contracts sticky. We teach our buyers to look for embedded services, where the client depends upon you staying in business. IT support is exactly that. Here's one more powerful and profitable business type. This one's right under your feet, literally. Grounds maintenance companies. It might not sound exciting, but grounds maintenance is a textbook example of the kind of business Dealmakers love to buy. Why? Because it's built on recurring revenue contracts, the kind that keeps cash flowing and stress levels low. One of our Dealmakers acquired a grounds maintenance business serving schools, hospitals, and councils across North London. It came with nearly £1 million in contracted recurring revenue, a strong operational team already in place, and a motivated seller who needed to exit for personal reasons. The buyer stepped in and within 2 days was quoting additional nearby schools using the same systems, the same staff, and the same equipment. So why does this business model work so well? Well, recurring council and school contracts equal low volatility, work already booked for the year ahead, and easy to scale by expanding into nearby areas. And the big win? Recurring revenue means you don't start from zero every month. You've got steady income, time to plan, and space to grow. If you're looking for a business that's steady, scalable, and systemized, grounds maintenance might be your next smart move. But what's the one signal that tells you a business is the right fit for you? If you were a baker and I asked you to start a construction business tomorrow, you'd probably struggle. You wouldn't know where to begin, who to hire, what the risks are, or what your customers want. But if I asked you to run a chain of bakeries, you'd hit the ground running. You'd know the questions to ask, the red flags to spot, and which croissant your customers love. And here is the signal. The best businesses for you are the ones you understand. Not the trendiest, not the biggest, the one that makes sense to you. As I always say, what do you know? That's where your first smart acquisition starts. Now you know 7 of the best businesses to buy that I've seen that actually generate wealth and financial freedom. If you want to know which businesses to avoid at all costs or risk financial ruin, click around here to watch the video on the 7 worst businesses to buy. These are the models that drain your cash, time, and sanity, and I'll show you how to spot them before it's too late. And if you want the tools to assess any business and remove the risk, download the free business buying toolkit below. It's the same system our Dealmaker clients use to find the good ones and dodge the disasters.